Good morning, traders. So let's have a look at the DAX. So you can see this divergence on the DAX is still brewing. And let's move that line down, and you can see how we've just kind of gone flat on last week on the divergence. So there is something brewing here. And the other thing that we need to pay attention to is going to be this. So we're through the 61.8 Fibonacci, but the 76.4 lines up with quite a bit of support and resistance. Okay, so I'm just going to put a line in there because that's definitely a level that we're going to need to watch. Okay, and what we need to do here is the following. So let's just move that. Oops, not that. Let's get rid of that and move that onto there. Copy, and these are the three areas of resistance that I suspect we aim for this week. Okay, so that's kind of where we are, and one more is just the high of last week, which is there. Now let's just get down to the daily. And you can see there's a bit of flat cloud here in between these two lines as well. So this is definitely going to be a pretty strong area where we're going to find some resistance. And the thing is that we're still trending up, okay? And we are still trending up in a channel. So this is the area where something could happen, which would force us to break out of this channel to the downside, or it could just go sideways, consolidate, and then break to the upside. So this is a relatively strong move to the upside, and it's pretty well intact. So I think what we're looking for, you can see we still never got a crossover, and we're starting to point to the upside. Now the bulls are still very much in control of this move, and it's very slow and very methodical. Okay, let's get down to the 4 hour, and you can see how tight this channel becomes. Inside here we have another channel, and you can see how it's just getting tighter and tighter and tighter. You can see there, and if I copy this line and I'll put it on top here, you'll see what I mean? So we touch, and now we've come and we've created this much smaller channel. So I'm kind of in two minds on the DAX. I'm reluctant to add longs here, but it's also not, there's no signal for shorts at the moment. So I think for me it's going to be scalps pretty much on the very low time frames, sort of the 6-minute time frame for me, and trade accordingly. So if you look at the hour, you can see how we are coming back onto Kijinson and Tekinson, and you can see how we had a crossover there. So we had a bearish crossover. We're about to get a bullish crossover. So if we do get a bullish crossover in an hour, then I'm pretty much sure that we'll create a new high. So we'll take out this high and we'll get it for the next high. And what we need to do is just head to the right, and unfortunately it is so far back that sometimes you lose sight of what's actually back there. Okay, so now you can see what I'm going to do here is just delete all of these areas, and let's put our 3 levels in that we suspect we're going to go for today. Okay, I'll explain what the levels are now. So this double top here is obviously a level. That tail is a level. This tail here is a level. This tail is a level, and this tail is a level. Okay, that's quite high up from where we are. Then we have that swing low. Okay, which gives us this swing low here, and also gives us that swing low. So that's another area where we are. And price, that's exactly where price is at the moment. Okay, so let's just get back to where price is and just figure out how far away that is. Okay, so that's probably the area that I'd be looking at. Those are the two areas actually that I'd be looking at for the next couple of days. So what we're looking for is any bearish, bullish action. Okay, now bear in mind we've gapped up after hours, so you'd expect sort of a close of the gap. Anything kind of price action in this area here would be ideal. And I think before I do that, what we want to do is just put this trend line back on. Yeah, okay, so we've got pretty much quite a bit of interaction with this trend line. You see 1, 2, 3, and you got all of this barbed wire on that trend line. So I pull back into this area, and any sort of bullish action would be long, and the long will be first to this level here, and then if we break that level, then we can maybe hold for those levels up there. But I think I'll keep stops very tight. So yes, I think what I'm looking for really is any kind of retest of this trend line. If we do break this trend line and have an hour close below this, I will stay out and wait a bit longer to see what happens. But for this morning, if we can get any kind of bullish action on the trend line, put in for the long. But as I said, stops are going to be pretty close and targets are going to be close. So that's only 56 pips. That will definitely be the first target. If we break above that, I may look at adding to get to this level here. Okay, so that's the DAX. And as I say, I'm very worried about the diversions that's brewing on the weekly. It's not a very comforting picture that I can see here. So you can see how there's quite a big diversion happening, which in this diversion is a continuation to the downside. So you'd expect a pullback and then maybe a pullback, create a higher low, and then we'd continue on the upside. So that's kind of the long-term picture that I'm expecting. Okay, so that's the DAX. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you guys later.